A reading from the Book of Wisdom. I prayed, and prudence was given me. I pleaded, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her to scepter and throne, and deemed riches nothing in comparison with her. Nor did I liken any priceless gem to her, because all gold, in view of her, is a little sand, and before her silver is to be accounted mire. Beyond health and comeliness I loved her, and I chose to have her rather than the light, because the splendor of her never yields to sleep. Yet all good things together came to me in her company, and countless riches at her hands. The word of the Lord. The respect and admiration of others is a scarce resource. We all desire to be esteemed, respected, and noticed. This plays out in many ways in our community, in any community. It's like the kind of popularity game that we all experienced when we were kids in high school or middle school. Who's the cool kid? Who's the good preacher? We all want to be noticed for something. In Walter Wagner's reflection on the rule of St. Augustine, we hear him echo something very similar to this. He says, there is in the monastery, in any community, distribution of resources. Some of those resources are tangible. Most of them are intangible. It is attention, really, that is the big resource. It is being acknowledged. So he's here in the Book of Wisdom, that wisdom outweighs any other good. Among those goods, we have the scepter and throne, power and authority, riches, gold and silver, even beauty and health, and light itself. Wisdom is to be preferred over all of them. And the esteem of others can be included amongst those goods, because the reputation that we have relies upon what others' opinions are of you. And these are fleeting. They can change day in and day out, depending on the mood of your brother, the mood of your sister, of your friend, of those you're ministering to. We also can seek to gain recognition for gifts that we want to be recognized for, but may or may not have. We can try to pose as a certain type of person that is not congruent with who we truly are. All this coming back to that root desire we have to be recognized and to be known by those around us, and to be appreciated. And the thing is the reputation is a good thing. St. Teresa of Avila actually says that if you're respected by those that you're ministering to, that your preaching is more effective, that you're more able to lead people to Christ if they like you, which makes sense. And so we need to actually subordinate what we want, which is the reputation, the good reputation, the esteem, the respect, acknowledgement of others, to preaching the gospel, to our mission as brothers and as Christians. Now, the true wisdom that should be valued above any other good that is being talked about here in this passage really comes down to God's love for us. This is really the thing that roots us. It's our inheritance as sons and daughters of God. When we know this, we know who we truly are before God, and we can truly share ourselves with others. And this knowing of God's reputation, of our reputation to God, is a basis for our preaching, and is what wisdom is made up of. When we receive this wisdom, our lives are made fruitful. We can actually share ourselves completely and totally. Just as the writer of wisdom says, yet all good things together came to me in her company, and countless riches at her hands. All truly good gifts from God flow from this place of knowing who we are before God and knowing our value and our place in the world as sons and daughters in Christ. And the wisdom that we are being encouraged to strive for, to pray for, will not pass away because it comes from God and God is eternal. Even when we reject it for something else, it's always there waiting for us. And when we know this, it is a great solace because the love of God is not a scarce resource.
Dear God.